everyone, welcome back. Doesn't that hat look good? Oh, we are day 6 of harvest. I am shooting to town. So last night when I jumped on the header, I went for one run and we had a micro cell of rain come through and just decimate us. Now, not as in hail or anything like that, it just stopped the harvest. The moisture was still fine, but we just couldn't process. We were sitting at 7 Ks and then we were down to 3 and we were risking blocking the terminators. So we had to pull up last night, which was really unfortunate. We had 30 hectares left in the paddock. We would have finished that last night and we would have been cracking into the barley this morning. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So the boys, they're just doing their service now and then they'll go and harvest that canola. So in about 2 to 3 hours, they'll be done. The trucks that I sent to town last night, they obviously didn't make town in time to tip off. So they are going to tip off this morning and then I think we're only gonna have one truck. But anyway, that truck needs to go and get some tires done. So it's gonna go get tires done and then come out. So I won't see that truck till I reckon about 11 o'clock, which gives me the opportunity to shoot to town. We have absolutely no high guard, so that's the hydraulic oil. We went to get some when we were in town before we started and they had none, so they had to order it in and then yeah, it's got our name on it. So I'm getting that. I'm getting some a center mat again, so we've got a spare center mat. They're the ones that always tend to go, the side mats don't, and just a few other bits and bobs, battery for the auger, things like that, and then I'll be back out on the farm hopefully by around 10 o'clock, 10:30, ready for when the boys crack into the barley, because that is not something I want to miss. We are so looking forward to cracking into there because the yield potential is just, ooh, gets me excited. So as we're driving to town, I figure we might as well talk about Movember and how you guys can get yourselves one of these hats. We're of course doing Movember again this year, guys, and it is a great cause. They do so much for men's mental health and they do so much for prostate cancer. It's seeing it firsthand, going over to Melbourne and seeing where all the money is going and the programs that it's going into, the research that it's going to, the training that it's going to for doctors for mental health and prostate cancer. It is just, it's fantastic to see, to know where your money is going. So trust me when I say the money is going to go to absolutely great things and it's going to go to supporting men's health. So again, $250, you will get a hat. I'm going to order more hats if more people donate, are going to donate and want the hats. I obviously just got the hats just so that I had them here in time to show you guys, because there's nothing better than showing a physical thing that you can get than trying to talk about it. If you go and donate to Henry's target is $2,000, and as soon as you get there, he's going to do Henry Day. So he's going to take the camera and you're going to have a whole day of Henry doing whatever he does in his header, from blowing down to servicing, fixing, and operating the header. So he's going to do that, and also he'll do one at seeding time as well, so in the boom spray, so you guys can see that. So if you're wanting to see that, make sure you head over to his, links down below, and donate. And then if we hit our target of $60,000, I will get a mustache tattooed on me. I'm a guy who doesn't have mustaches. I'm a guy who doesn't have tattoos. So it is it's a big thing for me to go and do that. But it's well worth it, because prostate cancer is something that affects nearly every male in my family above the age of 40, and it's definitely going to affect all the males in my generation as well. So it's something that I'm more than happy to do to bring awareness to. So any donation is appreciated, guys. Anything you can spare. You're also going to go in the chance to win a West Air compressor, and you're also going to go in the chance to win a Mally Rural Contracting water bottle, a Yeti water bottle. So anyone can win those, and just if you can't donate, the only thing I ask is you talk to a mate. Just talk to a mate, ask how they're going, and just keep that keep that communication alive. So to give you a perspective, 239.7 kilometers, that's just going from the shed to town, to Afgri, to Farm and General, and straight back out. I didn't go and do any luxuries in town, just an in and out, 239 Ks. So just lets you guys know just how far away we are from town and being able to just quickly go and get parts. Worked out for me today, because trucks aren't here yet. We'll have a truck in about half an hour, I think. But boys are cranking, moisture's 6.8, which is good. So I've got a battery to change. That's going on this auger just here. This auger, the battery's cactus, and I got to keep jump starting it. It's a pain in the ass. I also got some jerry cans. What else I got? Fire extinguisher to replace the one that I used. White lithium grease. I got a lot more of this. This stuff is the bee's goddamn knees. Like, look at this. I've been using this auger, and it's all like, look how easy that is to move. I don't know why I haven't been using, like, who's been gatekeeping this? This stuff is just brilliant. Get yourself some of this for some metal on metal. And then out the back, we got high guard, we got cones, and we have got a mat. So the cones are going to go along here, so I don't have to keep moving them. But yeah, the boys have got, I reckon, another hour, and they're done out there. And then we're going to see about the barley. Now the only issue with the barley is it's got to be 12.5 deliverable because it's malt, which is a pain in the ass, but yeah, we'll see. We might bag it at 14 and then blend it out later on. As you guys can probably tell, it's windy, it's cool, so barley moisture is most likely going to be a little bit higher than desirable, but 'tis what it is. It's the small things that make me happy. So another thing I bought from town, in the last couple of videos you would have seen just how many flies there are at the moment. And even though it's a cool morning, I don't know if they're still on the back, it's quite on my back, but it's quite windy. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's still quite a lot of flies. I've never bought a fly net before, because I'm like, nah, you don't need that. But when you're working with both, oh God, when you're working with both hands, it really gets to you when you got flies in your face. Now I've never bought a fly net, and I saw this in Ag and Trade when I was in there. It's a pop-out hat, pop-out broad brim hat with a fly net, and then you got the old safety strap on the back, buddy, so you don't get the sunburn. Oh yeah, aren't I just the coolest kid in town? Oh no. Oh well, it's here if I need it. So if it's a really bad fly day, you'll see me wearing this bloody hat around, I tell you. And I might actually, just because this zips off, I might be using this hat instead of my other one, because it's a bit more rigid. It's a lot easier, doesn't flap around. But anyway, sun smart and fly smart. This hat's much better looking. With this wind, we're just going to go straight out of the PSs, even though we've got probably, I don't know, 30, 40 odd ton in that 100 tonner. But the wind, what's happening is it just absolutely scallops all the bins. Not so bad when you got barley or wheat in there, it's a heavier grain. But canola, I'll show you out the back here, you can see what it's doing. See the ground, how it's all covered in canola? Not what we want having happen. Pain in the ass. Yeah, obviously when we filled these in the last week, we haven't had the wind, so it's been fine. But then you get a day like today and it's blowing its guts out, and it just, yeah, it's not fun. So we're gonna get them out. Boys, finished canola and just changing over, getting ready to get into here, and we're gonna see what the moisture is, see if we can get going. I'm hoping it'll be low because we've had some warm days, and I mean, we've got lots of wind. Wind does dry it. It is just, the RH is up a bit, but we'll see how we go, because we're all excited to see how this goes, and I want to just start ripping it off. So hopefully it's good. All right, what's it saying?
6, 1, 5, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 9, 6, 4, 6, 6, 2,
got the sample. We're gonna go run it and see what it is. Now, not sure if you guys heard, because I had the two-way there next to it so you could hear, but it was going about 6 tonne. It's not a calibrated yield monitor just yet, so we'll see if we'll see. But if it's going there, that's absolutely insane. First bit of barley for the year, and it looks good, as in the colour of it. Yeah, because we're getting to it straight away. It's looking really good quality, which is fantastic. Means it's got a better chance of going malt. Anyway, we're hoping for 12.5. 13%. Now, protein's 13.5, colour's 57, and hardness is 50.9. Because I haven't done malt before, you know, last time we were doing malt, I was driving a header years ago, like back long time ago. Probably when I was like 18, something like that. So I don't know what the qualities are to get to malt, you know, with colours and everything like that, so I'm not too sure. Anyway, 13% is good enough for us to get rolling, and we'll chuck it in a bin because we can blend a 13% out with, you know, if it's hot the next couple of days, we'll get it dry enough to blend that out with other stuff. So we'll get the boys rolling. One issue is 13% is gonna, yeah, that's gonna fill a bin really quick. So we might even come and grab a bag and do that. But we are getting into the barley. I've just been down to CBH and I've got my little piece of paper here. And I gotta say, I'm a little bit disappointed. It's all done by AI now. They've got these AI cameras that the whole thing does it through, make it better so that there's no mishaps between people not getting it right and all that. But then you can't contest an AI robot, can you? Anyway, I knew it was going to go to barley B-fed. So feed is what we don't want, Maximus is what we want. Feed, it was because our moisture was too high, which I knew, has to be 12.5. The next one, which surprised me, our protein was 13.8 and we need it to be 12.8. So unfortunately, there's nothing I can do on that front to change that. So that means it's gone to feed. The next one is germ end staining. So the stain on the end of the seed there. We had 62. And that needs to be 30 or under. So again, that's another one that we can't control. The rest was actually pretty good. Screenings, the colour, the hardness, the retention, all that was perfect for malt, but those other things aren't, and there's nothing I can do about it. So the only thing I can, we're just going to go for malt. Every time the truck goes in, we're going to aim for malt. If it doesn't go malt, it goes feed. The issue with it is, well, obviously we're not getting the price, but at the moment there's only $4 difference between feed and malt. I obviously want it to go malt because I want to grow something that's for human consumption more than you know, for animal feed, but it is what it is. You know, I can't control that. It's obviously the way the weather's gone throughout the year that's made it be what it is. But the other thing is we are in talks with a brewer with doing our Tom's Brook beer, and if we can't get malt quality grain, then they're not going to want that. So yeah, watch this space, because if we do get a good quality malt at points, you know, this is only one point in the paddock, it could change, then I'll be able to talk more about our brewing opportunity. But yeah, it's a bit disappointing that it's not able to go for beer at the moment. And this is the other disappointing thing. It's raining, so I think our day has now just been stuffed. So that's fun. Got the sample, and we're going to see if that rain screwed us up or not. I'm hoping that it didn't. And let's see if I can find a germ end staining for you, because it's meant to be 62 in this sample. There's a bit of greenery in there, that's not good. This one here, I believe, is germ end. Let me get it out for you. So, if that'll focus, you can see how there's black on the bottom of it. That I believe is German staining. Now, we've never had to worry about this with feed. Feed doesn't matter, it's going to sheep or cattle or ducks or chooks or anything like that. So it normally doesn't matter, but obviously with malt, and the maltsters want to make sure that the beer is tasting as good as it possibly can. You've got to have the correct protein, you've got to have the correct moisture, you've got to have the correct barley, like no mold or German staining on it. So I mean, you got to have standards, but it's obviously disappointing when you grow a crop for malt and it's not achieving it. But like I said, it's only the beginning of this paddock. The rest of the paddock could be fine. Look at that. 12.8, 9.5 on the protein. So that protein's now dropped to now the minimum allowed for malt. So now that can go malt. It can't make its bloody mind up. Anyway, I'll stop my sob story because that's now malt acceptable. I don't know, it's just a thing we're going to play load by load, I reckon. Yeah, but anyway, that's good. Moisture's actually come down since we started. Now I got to get down because I got a truck about to rock up to get some more canola. All go at the bins there. We had both trucks, as you saw, and what we also had was a heavy shower come through and stop the guys dead in their tracks. They're back at the bins now, but what I'm doing is I'm just running a sample. We just did a sample. I'm just going to run and see if it is okay to keep harvesting, because the rain's passed now and the wind is catastrophically strong. Like I want to get the drone up if we get going, but I won't because it's that strong. So if our moisture is still okay, what I'll do is I'll get the trucks to come back here and keep outloading, because if they go to town and we decide to keep going, we're going to fill those bins really quickly, and then we're sort of back to them being behind again. So that's what we're going to do. We're hoping for under 13.5 on our moisture. $13.1, so the boys are going to get rolling. 13.5 is deliverable for feed, but mind you, that's 11.8 on the protein, so that is now acceptable for malt, depending on German stainings. So we'll get the boys rolling again. as you can see, I got the drone up. I braved it. It didn't like it, but I got it up. It's just sitting right there. At the moment, I'm just watching the slow-mo footage of... oh, you guys can't see it on there. There we go. Oh, maybe not. The slow-mo footage of it. This drone really is incredible. I think the biggest difference I'm finding between the drone and using my old drone was I was using it on my phone, so I had such a small screen, and trying to get perspective was just so hard and capturing the right framing, whereas that is just capturing it so nice. Yeah, but out there it's yielding its tits off. The boys are saying I think it's going an average of 5.6 tonne to the hectare, which is just outstanding. Just mind-blowing. Yeah, so could not be happier. Obviously a little bit of a disappointment about the quality of it not being able to, well, some of it might go malt, we're not sure, but yeah, just absolutely outstanding what it's going. Just, yeah, cannot complain. So we've got Jeff here now, and we're going to load him and I think send him to town, because if I get him to come back, then that gets him stuck in the lineup again. I'm just trying to work my times out, but I just don't think it'll work. I think 7:30 is last call in town tonight, or 7:15. Tomorrow I think is 8, and I think the day after that might be 9. But yeah, for today it's just I think we might have to just send them to town on this one instead of getting them to do another load. I'll work it out, and we'll figure it out. Jeff is rolling out, and Boof is either right behind him or coming around there. So we'll get both these trucks out, and the decision was made for me. I checked the timings, and this is the thing with the times. Cascade closes in 30 seconds, 4 o'clock. So these guys can't go to Cascade and then come here. Annoying as all hell. Now I'm going to talk to Jeff. So if CBH had their normal operating hours, Cascade would be closing at 6 last spear, and town would be closing last spear at 9. So that would mean, being 4 o'clock now, both of them would be able to go there, get back here by, Jeff would be back by 6, Wolf would be back by 6:30, and then make town before 9 for last spear. So it is very, very annoying at the start of harvest how CBH's times just don't match for us. Fair enough, out at Cascade there's probably not a huge amount of trucks, but town, they've been banked up out the gateway every night. So it's yeah, they've got the trucks there, they just need to put the people on, the staff. The trucks are off and away to town, and then we've got an issue with Dad's front. Oh, we've got an issue with our, yeah, got an issue with our sight gauge. It's fallen over. Yeah, I'll show you. I'm hoping there's a bolt or something underneath that's loose on the front, but it's, yeah, it's moving where it shouldn't. So we've got to fix that. Alright, so this whole section here, see how it's doing that? It shouldn't be able to do that. So we're going to take this guard off and just see what's underneath and see what's going on. So that's what this side looks like. I'm not too sure, maybe a bolt goes there. So just going to quickly take the side off on the other end there, see what that one looks like, just match them. Nope. That's the same on this side, so just a little bit of a different setup. Couldn't figure out what was up with Dad's front there. It's not affecting it. He's able to keep going. The actual reason he did stop and pull up was because his front is doing something weird. When he goes back to cut height, it starts going crazy. And then of course when I was there, it just wouldn't do it. So anyway, we will just see what happens. I'll ask AFGRI on Monday, considering it's currently 5 o'clock on Saturday. Yeah, I'll ask them what they think about what's going on with that front, and yeah, we can make a plan moving forward on how to fix it and get it proper. But with that, guys, I'm going to leave the video there. I'm shooting back to go and get dinners for everyone, and then we're just going to fill into fill bins tonight, I think, and then we'll probably crack a bag open, do that tomorrow. So stay tuned for that one. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. We'll catch you in the next one.